It is known at the Capitol as Senate Bill 227. It would change the current law that allows parents to decide whether their kids get vaccinations. Good evening, I'm Sam Shane.
And I'm Christina Anderson. Today, the committee decided to postpone the vote on the bill. CBS 13's Derek Shore joins us live from the state capitol with this developing story. Derek?
Well, there were some very passionate arguments on both sides of this bill, but in the end, the Senate Education Committee decided to put the vote off by a week, but that's because there just didn't seem to be enough support for it. They packed in hundreds lining up in the hallways, wanting and waiting to give their position on the bill that would remove a parent's choice to vaccinate their children if they attend a school in California.
On behalf of Kaiser Permanente, in support.
On behalf of the city of Beverly Hills, in support of the bill.
First-year medical student at UC Davis, and I'm in support of this bill.
But as expected, it was opponents that came out in full force.
I strongly oppose this bill.
We oppose this bill.
I oppose this bill. It would deny my child the right to a public education.
The hotly controversial SB 277, authored by State Senators Ben Allen and Dr. Richard Pan, is an attempt to help increase public health by protecting those unable to be vaccinated for true medical reasons.
Vaccinations have prevented more than 21 million hospitalizations and 732,000 deaths among children born in the last 20 years.
Among those who tried to sway members of the Education Committee, Ramona Garcia, who has been disabled by childhood polio.
Let's support this bill because you don't want to see many of us. There were thousands and thousands of people with this disease.
But opponents insist this bill is unconstitutional.
It is a denial of due process and a violation of the right to free exercise of religion.
Many opponents standing up claiming they have or know a child who has been what they call vaccine injured, although the majority of medical studies show vaccines are safe with no link to autism. In the end, it seemed members of the committee agreed with the science, but are having issues with making mandates.
And basically, if their parents can't homeschool them, say they have no right to an education, and that concerns me a lot.
Even if your child gets sick because of that personal freedom and personal choice, I think that that's a threshold that should be very carefully evaluated before we hand it over to a government mandate.
So it seems Senators Allen and Pan will have about a week to try to get the support they need in order to get this bill through the Senate Education Committee, but it did not look good. You heard from two state senators there that they were really leaning towards saying no to this bill and killing it, at least in the form that we know it as of now. Many opponents were upset. They wanted a vote to happen now, and they wanted that vote to be no. They did not want it put off a week.
It is a hot topic. There's no question about it. Derek Shore live at the state capitol. Derek, thank you. Today's emotionally charged debate at the Capitol had us wondering how many other states have a mandatory vaccination law on the books. We took a closer look for you. All 50 states have legislation requiring specific vaccines for students, but only West Virginia and Mississippi have laws similar to the one being proposed here in California, which would require a medical exemption for a child to attend school without the required vaccines. As you can see from that map there, every other state allows religious exemptions, and 20 other states, including California, allow parents to opt their children out of getting vaccines because of personal beliefs. This has been a heated topic among California parents, and this is our question of the day for you. Do you think that lawmakers should require students to get vaccinations to go to school? Join in this conversation on the CBS 13 Facebook page.